All right, folks, this is round 3, game 3 in a Pauper Daily where I'm playing Blue-Red Depletion Land Storm to my opponent's Mono White. And going ahead and taking a look over this deck once more, it looks like he's probably updated it since I saw that Prismatic Strands. But what are you going to do? Kind of just have to continue rocking Dispel, I think. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and just use Giga Drowse now, since I know that I have to play around Prismatic Strands a little bit more, and I might have to tap down some creatures of his. So yeah, let's go with that. And yes, I would like to play first. No Empty the Warrens in this hand, but definitely more than enough mana to make this hand great should I draw it. Looks like kind of the ideal draw would be like a mountain and Empty the Warrens. I think that would be enough to get me there. So no, I'm not going to go ahead and do anything there. I'm not going to alter that at all. And I'm actually going to save the Gitaxian Probe for my turn 2, since I think that's going to make a little bit more sense. Gives me one extra draw step, a little bit more information. Since he's going to have an extra draw, so I'll get to see one extra card out of him. I don't think it's really going to matter that much, but there's no reason to really not do that. And, I mean, potentially it could just be adding to my Storm for, like, some super sick Storm turn. Let's see what he's got, though. If he has anything fun going on. Javelineers. Javelineers are sweet. I like them with their Javelin token. Oh, good, a Giga Drowse. So that's pretty cool. Although, ideally, I'm going to be hitting, you know, like a real land soon. So I'm going to go ahead and probe my opponent because I really want to hit that land drop pretty bad. So what do we have? Core Skyfisher, Holy Light, Plains. Looks like there's 2 Holy Light. Loyal Cathar. Prismatic Strands. That's a pretty sweet hand for him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it's not even bad. Although it's kind of nice that he doesn't have the mana to cast Prismatic Strands or Holy Light. And, I mean, the core Skyfisher is almost a blank since he really needs to get that 3rd land in play and actually, like, keep it untapped. So awesome. Hit a Preordain. It's kind of unfortunate. But it's fine because if I actually do get to Preordain into a red land, is that going to be enough? I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I mean, Rite of Flame is doing work here. Loyal Cathar, awesome. Go ahead and take that out of our knowledge of his hand, just so don't get it muddled with other information that might happen later. So, do I have Empty the Warrens? No, I don't. Okay. Let's go ahead and throw a Ponder out there. So it looks like that's everything I'm going to need. Yeah, that's totally fine. I just need to make sure that I draw the Empty the Warrens on this following turn. And no, I don't want to shuffle. I'll play that. And let's see if he hits that 3rd land drop. If he hits the 3rd land drop, then the game becomes a little bit more interesting. Okay, he does. So he's leaving those creatures back so that he'll be able to potentially Strands me. So what I need to play around here is just making sure that Strands is not going to be like a complete blowout. And what I think this is probably going to entail is he's probably going to be laying the Skyfisher on his turn, bouncing a land and replaying it. That's going to be kind of unfortunate. My Manamorphose is going to allow me to turn all of this into blue so I can Giga Drowse for 3. So 1, 2, 3. I really need to hit like more blue sources, I think is really what I'm going for here. Because I need to be able to Giga Drowse him harder so that he's not going to be able to like get it out from underneath it. And because I'm going to need a Giga Drowse like on his end step. So yeah, Preordain. I think hitting Saprison Scary is probably like best case scenario here. Bottom and bottom and Lotus Petal. Play this just so I don't have to discard. And I could potentially still again like Giga Drowse for 3. And I mean, given what he does on his turn, that could be potentially pretty backbreaking. So he does nothing there. Oh, whoops. And given my knowledge of his hand, Holy Light, Prismatic Strands, Core Skyfisher, I should be able to go ahead and do this, I think, and win. So let's go ahead and Manamorphose and get triple blue out of this. That's kind of sweet. And now I actually have, I guess, the option to Seething Song and then Manamorphose, but I don't really think there's anything to be gained out of that line of play. So let's go ahead and get another blue and get my Giga Drowse on. And let's go ahead and target his planes. Make sure that we're kicking it twice. Pay that 3 blue. And if we're lucky, he's going to go ahead and like tap out for Prismatic Strands right now before Replicate resolves. That's always really humorous when you can get people with that. Yeah, looks like he's going to go ahead and Prismatic Strands. Awesome. This is on his end step, so this means I'm basically assured the win. Because now I'm going to be tapping down both of his creatures once the Replicate resolves. So unless he has some magic way to make a white creature at instant speed that he can tap, then I think I've got this. Okay, sweet. Even another Giga Drowse. Let's go ahead and do this then. Rite of Flame, Seething Song, Manamorphose. And let's go ahead and get a bunch of blue. Don't really see a reason not to. And it's tap target permanent. I want to go ahead and make sure that it's definitely lethal, so let's go ahead and target that plains. And I don't want to replicate it at all. And there's that. Make sure that I pay correctly. And voila. Snatching victory from the jaws of defeat. That was looking kind of like a pretty grim game there. I mean, given all the hate that he had in hand, I mean, Prismatic Strands is such a beating. But lucky that he blanked on lands. So I got there. Go ahead and join me in the next video where I'll be going into round 4 and hopefully crushing someone else. Yeah, talk to you then. Bye.